try not to. Ang hirap din eh. Siyempre, kung mas marami nagko-compliment sa'yo, mas masarap naman yun kaysa binabatikos ka, di ba? Pero siguro nasanay na ako na binabatikos, kaya medyo matigas, makapal na rin ang mukha ko, matigas na rin yan eh. Kaya wala na akong pake dyan eh, di ba? As much as Richard, you get a lot of people that, man, you get a lot of bashers.
And
Wala ka
I
na rin
love
pake
it.
eh.
And I thrive on it. That's the
Di
problem.
ba? Di ba? It
Parang
doesn't
like,
bother you. And that's the point. Yung really do the work for the work, not for the views. Yun lang yun. I mean, views are nice. I see people na natutuwa. Pero pare, beyond the views, man, let's stick with the integrity of just speaking truth and making sure people understand ano ba yung talagang problema natin ngayon. At ito yung ano, ito pala yung important dito no na people look to us to get a perspective, to form an opinion. So sana maging mas responsable tayo sa pagbibigay natin ng ating mga opinion. Kaya nga, I mean, I don't mind nga, like, I will debate with the DDS or BBM loyalist. It doesn't matter. Kasi sa akin, ano, may mga punto tayo na mapagkakasunduan eh. Di ba? Hindi naman tayo lahat mag-aaway-away on every point. May mapagkakasunduan dito eh. Pero yun lang. Let's focus on the problem and then fix it from there. And let's not get sidetracked by views, and I'm sure hindi naman lang ginagawa to for views. So
no,
I
they're
hope
not.
not
They're
at
not.
least.
And just to be clear, I still would say we're all in the same side. It's just
Yes.
that inevitable, even within the same side, there are going to be tactical differences or messaging differences. Kaya, constructively speaking, para moving forward, ito lang naman advice ko, sana magkaroon ng parang, ay, hindi naman steering committee, pero siguro magkakaroon ng core group, mag-uusap-usap ang different strands of the genuine opposition, not DDS, not SMNI, na para magkakaroon tayo ng konting alignment. I think we're doing a good thing. Kunyari, I was with Cello having panel discussion the other week. You're talking to me. You're talking to Christian. Christian's talk. Gets mo? So we're having that informally, but I'm hoping sana we have a much more institutionalized discussion among hindi lang genuine opposition, pero yung mga genuine people who just want a better Philippines, right? Hindi naman tayo, we're not politically motivated. I mean, you're still not in government. You're just about to run. So technically speaking, we're just civil society here, right? In my
Yep.
case, journalist, right? So yun lang naman pare. I just think we have to talk more and at the same time, hindi ito about personal fights. This is just points of disagreement and at the end of
Yep.
the day, I think we all want the same thing for our country. And you're right,
Yep.
even with the BBM and DDS people, a lot of them actually have good intentions for the country. Mali lang yung paraan nila, mali lang yung mga choices nila. But I think a lot of them actually are good people, have good intentions. So let's just be open about it. In the same way, there are many great people in our side who may have different take on things and kailangan natin makipag-usap. Ako nga, nag-back to back ako kay Justice Carpio and Senator Trillanes and I had to mediate and say, na actually, ito yung sinabi niya. Actually, ito yung sinabi niya. Because baka hindi sila nag-uusap more directly. So hopefully down the road, we can all sit down and have that conversation. Kasi ayoko mangyari, bro, is everyone is the David to the Goliath. Lahat may sariling pagbibida-bidahan and then no one is talking. Ayoko yan, bro. Alam mo yun yung problema natin sa kultura natin eh. Lahat gusto maging bida, lahat kanya-kanyang diskarte. We need to have more consolidation, more message alignment. And the last thing I want to say on this part before we go to your part, because one thing I really appreciate about your work, bro, is and you don't do bad in numbers, by the way, just to be clear about it, because you do your due diligence. We saw that with the Quadcom hearings, and now I want to talk about another important development or two with you. But the last point I want to say on this is, ako, probably this guy's too leftist for you, but I go back to the works of the Italian thinker Antonio Gramsci, right, over and over again. Someone that Giorgia Meloni and probably even Milei and all are reading right now. His idea is that if you wanna become the new power for the good, you have to get rid of a couple of things. First of all, moralism. Wag good versus evil, pag goody-goody, that doesn't work. Because essentially you're saying, pag bumoto ka sa kabila, demonyo ka. Yung ganyan, it never works, bro. And then pangalawa, don't reduce everything to just corruption, economism, ganon. Because people vote for a million different reasons. Baka takot sila dahil may warlord. Baka identity issue, solid north, solid south. So don't reduce people to just or reduce politics to just one issue. There's so many other explanations why people vote along. And pangatlo, wag kang purist, cancel culture. Don't do that. Like you just talk to people na who completely agree with you or si Darren may sinabi nakakairita, wag na natin pag-usapan. I'm sure yung mga kaibigan natin na dilaw dyan, they have all sorts of code words or terms for me. They try to call it clout chaser to, mga ganyan-ganyan. Sorry kung I have clout and you don't, but whatever. So yun lang, we have to get rid of those things. Then I think we really have hope. But the least we can do is we have to have more of this conversation together. But now, bro, let's go to you. You're the expert on this. What the heck is going on? Pogo-related person daw, binigyan ng Chinese citizenship by no less than one of the supporters is one of our good friends, senators, who was helping Risa through and through, exposing yung mga whopping, go whopping of the Philippines. What the hell is going on? What's the big picture? Give us the detail, the issue, and how you feel about it. Happy Chinese New Year, brother.
So, eto, this guy, Li Duanwang, okay, is a Chinese national. Ngayon, nabigyan nga siya ng Filipino citizenship by a majority of the senators. I think 19 of them, if I'm not mistaken, voted to give him a citizenship. And there was not a lot of questioning by anyone. It was sponsored by Senator Tolentino. And the only one questioning this Chinese national on getting a Filipino citizenship was our good Senator Riza Ontiveros. Ngayon, maganda yung mga punto na lumabas dito eh. Kasi ang punto na sinasabi nga ni Senator Tolentino as a rebuttal to Risa Ontiveros, sabi ni Risa, tignan mo to, may picture si Li Duan Wang kasama ni Duan Renwu. Duan Renwu is the big boss of the Porac Pampanga Pogo, the most notorious of all Pogos. Ito na, yung karamihan ng mga nangyaring torture, mga murder, human trafficking, sex trafficking, lahat na yung nangyari dito sa Porac, Pampanga, okay? And they have a photo together in the opening of a casino called Nine Dynasty Casino. So, nung binanggit niya yun, sabi ni Senator Tolentino, na iba, marami na magpapapicture sa atin eh. Bakit naman we make a big deal out of it? Fair point, di ba? Na hindi mo naman talaga alam sino yung mga kasama mo nagpapapicture. Malay ko ba kung criminal to, di ba? Pero ito yon, ito yung interesting dito. Nalaman din natin that si Lee Duan Wang ay nagtayo ng junket called Nine Dynasty Junket Group. Kaya kasama siya doon sa opening at naimbita nga itong si Duan Renwu. Ngayon, do you think they know each other? There's a high likelihood that they know each other very well. But let's not be conspiracy theorists. Oh, on one item, sige, pwede natin palampasin to. Then, ang nalaman natin ay hindi niya binanggit at hindi niya nilagay sa application niya na siya yung nagpapatakbo nitong junket. Sabi naman ni Senator Tolentino, wala namang masama sa pagpapatakbo ng junket. It's
Red flag.
perfectly legal. And then, even Senator Tolentino was parang sugarcoating what a junket is. It's like a tour agency. Nagdadala lang ng mga high rollers dito sa Pilipinas to gamble. That's it.
Palusot.
He
I'm
failed
sorry,
to.
sorry.
I'm sorry, what?
Palusot. I'm sorry, nothing. Wala,
Oh
sorry.
yeah, Palisod, exactly. Because he failed to disclose, Senator Tolentino failed to disclose that junkets make money by providing credit to these high rollers. Kasi remember, if you're from China, hindi mo pwedeng ilabas yung pera sa China. Money laundering yan eh. Maingat ang China, for gambling. So what they do is, babayaran nila yung junket operator sa China, pero yung junket operator ang maglalabas ng pera dito in their own account, in another account, and bibigay, and then they get a cut out of it. That's how they make money. This is how money laundering is done. This is how they actually also do debt collection, which causes a lot of problems with extortion. Yan yon. So, ito yung nag-ooperate nun. Then, ito pa, nalaman din natin na itong Nine Dynasty Junket operations niya has an office in the same building as Yatay Spa. Yatay Spa naman is owned by the Chinese spy that's now in custody in, saan ba yun? Sa Myanmar ba yun? O nakalimutan ko na saan? Nahuli
Nasa
na
Al
siya, di ba? Yung
Jazeera
Chinese
News.
spy.
Ito yung Al
Right,
Jazeera.
yeah, sa Al Jazeera News.
Yeah.
He owns this Yatay Spa. And he has a spa there in the same building where Nine Dynasty Junket has offices. And may-ari din nung Avia International Club, which is a KTV, is si Lee Duan Wang. And it's also in the same building. So, parang, wow, coincidental lang. Okay, again, wala naman daw
Medyo
masama,
ang
sabi ni.
daming coincidence yan, bro.
Ang dami nga eh. Parang,
Here, din. Medyo narcos na yan. Like, daming
parang
coincidence.
naalala mo si Harry Roque, ang daming coincidences. Ang dami mo namang
Exactly.
connection sa Pogo. Lahat na lang kilala mo, lahat ng Pogo operator. Parang talaga, ganun ka, coincidence lang ba ito lahat? So, ganun din ang nangyari dito. Ang dami sobrang mga points of contact. points of references. And ito na yung pinaka nakakatawa dito. I mean, again, todo depensa naman si Senator Tolentino. Sabi niya, bakit McDonald's din naman nasa baba ng building O bakit? Masama ba sila? Corrupt ba sila? O illegal ba sila? Criminal sila? Hindi naman, di ba? So tama, fair point. Again, pero yun na nga yung nakakalimutan nila tignan yung buong konteksto
They
ng
basically lawyered. He basically
yes, they
lawyered
lawyered.
for it.
Exactly. Kasi ang masama pa dito, this Lee Duan Wang also has a Filipino alias, Mark Koong, who has a Filipino citizenship from what it looks like because he has a TIN number for both names. A TIN number, he has multiple TIN
So may
numbers. So
fake
obviously,
identity siya. So he has a fake passport, fake identity.
exactly. So kaya nga nakakapagtaka talaga. Alam mo nang may fraudulent documents to. Yung BIR documents are fraudulent. The fact that he has more than one TIN number. The
Which is
fact that he
a
did not
crime.
disclose. Oo, he didn't disclose his alias. He didn't disclose he owns a junket. Ano ba ang tinatago niya? Bakit marami siyang hindi disclosure? And Richard, di ba pag nag-fill up tayo ng kahit anong government documents, di ba? Nakalagay doon, di ba? Do you swear that you're telling the truth and that you have not omitted anything
Yeah,
and
it's
that this
a
is the
perjury yan.
full details? And if you do omit anything, this application will be rejected or disqualified.
Tsaka may
Right? Nakalagay yan.
kriminal yan. Oo.
Oh, eto citizenship to. This is a big deal. Yet all the senators parang nagbingi-bingi na walang narinig. Approve lahat, wala daw nakikitang mali. Alam mo, hindi whether may nakikitang mali or wala, hindi yun yung issue. Ang issue natin dito, bibigyan ba ng citizenship tong taong to? Why is it so important to give this person a citizenship? Now, they claim he's been here kasi for I think over a decade na ata, if I'm not mistaken. Yun ang hindi ko lang alam how long. I don't know if you know this.
That's
Now,
that's BS, bro. Ang daming mga nakapag-asawa ng Pilipino na foreigners na dekada-dekada dito, hindi pa rin sila citizens sa Pilipinas. And by
Alice
the way,
Go.
hindi sila pogo, hindi sila, this is so questionable. Ang dami
Yeah.
red flags, bro.
Pero Richard, for me, ito yung pinaka nakakapagtaka talaga na red flag for me. May linabas ngayon na bagong information si Riza Ontiveros on X. Kakalabas lang, I think today, if I remember correctly, that this person actually has a company that has done illegal and criminal activities. Kakalabas lang nun na hindi niya nabanggit kasi ngayon lang na-reveal. And now, this calls into question na talaga yung pagkatao nitong Chinese national na to. Now, again, for me, nagtataka lang talaga ako sa ating mga good senators on why they all approve this almost unanimously. Okay? Now, I'm not going to allege anything, but I mean, why else would they do that and defend such a person and waste the people's time, the Senate's time to give a citizenship to somebody that questionable? Maraming mas deserving maging Filipino citizen kumpara sa taong to. Okay, should I say it? Na I think, posible ba na binayaran
Ano,
sila?
deserving siya kasi
Di ba?
baka alam na ni talangin natin si Harry Roque. He knows about who are the deserving people.
Ay, nako.
Supra citizen ito, supra citizen. No, you know what, brother? Thank you so much for laying out. Actually, again, sabi ko nga, you really, sana magka-production team ka. Kasi ano yan may chart tabat yan Parang yung mga narcos and all. Galing nung pag-layout mo, pare. People have to see this chart. Um, Actually, minsan inisip ko, ang hirap maging kung ikaw BBM. Wala akong sinasabi wala akong sinasabi. Pero kung ganyan ang mga legislators mo, right? Who are more than willing to lawyer for. And by the way, Tolentino was the political affairs secretary, essentially Ronald Llamas of Digong. Just to remind people, before he became this West Philippine Sea warrior all of a sudden. But anyway, going back to this, actually, parang kung isip ko, kung ikaw si BBM, tapos ganyan ang Senado, ganyan ang Kongreso. Tapos, ewan ko, bro. Baka tama talaga si Digong, mag-rev-gov na tayo. Kasi, minsan parang nakawala na ako ng pag-asa na rin Like, it's so depressing. Like, Risa is really a lone warrior. Naawa talaga ako sa kanya. Like, ang hirap, pares. Parang it's so easy to co-opt our system. Wala akong sinasabi, but I'm just saying, it looks to me, it's so easy to co-opt the system in the Philippines.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. I mean, of course, we don't know what really happened behind the scenes, right? Pero the fact na pinadaan lang nila to without even much of a fight to be able to give this guy citizenship is very questionable. Kaya nga, it begs the question eh. Meron ba nakuha itong mga senador na to? At kung meron, magkano? Mukhang malaki-laki yung mga nakuha nila. Kung meron, I'm not saying
Wala
meron.
tayong
I'm
sinasabi.
just
Exactly.
saying,
Wala tayong sinasabi. I'm
yeah,
sure
it's
it's just
just,
goodness of heart. Baka Chinese New Year, gusto nila good vibes. Maghanap tayo ng Chinese na bigyan natin ng citizen.
oh, 'di ba? Baka yun nga yun. Marami mas deserving kung yun lang yun. Oh, 'di ba? Kaya nga eh. So for me at the end of the day, sana lang talaga our senators come clean. It's really frustrating na nakikita to na they prioritize a Chinese national over the Philippines. Again, sabihin na nga natin walang ginagawang illegal. Kahit na i-base natin doon sa walang ginagawang illegal. Oh, kahit yung pa lang. Pero ang daming questionable information in this person. At nagsinungaling na siya at nag-omit ng information at may fraudulent document. Yung palang disqualified ka na dapat. Kung si Alice Go nga na-disqualified dahil sa mga fraudulent documents, bakit ito hindi? Oh, 'di ba? Yun din yun eh. Now that Risa has this new information, I wonder if she's going to bring it up to Senate and will they revoke the citizenship now with that information? Tingin mo ba that our senators will have the balls to be able to revoke the citizenship they granted with this new information that Risa came out with?
Saan yung comb ko din sa mustache ko? Sabi nga ni Robin Hood Padilla, it's all about loyalty. It's all about loyalty. Nakita mo ba yung video na
Oh,
ko kanina yung about Kiboloy? Si Kiboloy po ay napaka-loyal. Andun siya. Parang ganun lang yung standards nila. Basta loyal ka sa amin, wala kaming pake kung FBI wanted list ka. Wala kaming pake. Medyo medyo grabe talagang it's that's why I'm saying itong RevGov idea na yan, it sounds like a joke now, but the more people hear about how potentially rotten our system is and how hopeless our case is, and I'm not very optimistic. I hope the best for Mark Gamboa and all, but it looks like the next Senate will be even more interesting, quote unquote. I mean, mawala talaga ng pag-asa ang tao sa sistema natin, and that creates a very dangerous situation just in case. But speaking of dangerous situation, meron din tayong ngayon na nahuhuli na mga Chinese citizens na may asawang Pilipino or have been living here
yep,
for some, na talagang caught red-handed na sila, na meron silang mga improvised technologies, taking pictures of critical
yep,
infrastructure, whether it's in, I don't know, Balabac, whether it's in Manila, etc. So, um, on the record, you have the National Security Council, the NBI, and to a certain degree, even the AFP mentioning this thing. Again, with all due respect to Teresita Ang and some of our good friends in the Chinoy community, I think the best way here is yung mga Chinoy leaders to openly say we're willing to help you if there's some rotten apples here. Because I don't think any one of us, whether the government or the Chinoy community or us, the non-Chinoys, want a situation whereby you're targeting a whole community or anything like that, or feeding into xenophobia and all. But the reality is that the Philippines is at the forefront of a Cold War, and China has every interest to sabotage the Philippines as we get more American weapons in, as we build up
yep.
our relationship with the US. This is just business as usual for espionage and defense ministry and all. And we had a case of Mr. Zhang last year na umalis na kasi nahuli na talaga siya ng intelligence services na kunyaring journalist, but he was doing intelligence gathering for the Ministry of Security Services. So what Senator Senator Hontiveros was saying, bro, is that hindi lang pogo ang issue dito. Is this very dangerous cocktail of
Yep.
criminality and espionage and national security all feeding off on each other. And then ganyan yung Senado mo kung saan they're not even willing to have a serious cross-examination. I mean, buti pa nga yung Republicans sa US, mas strict pa sila sa
Mm.
mga nominees ni Trump despite the fact that they're all Republicans, kaysa ito mga supposedly independent senators who seem to be, parang, it's like Trump admin interviewing Trump admin nominees. Parang ganun na nga, nilawyer pa nila eh. I mean, so,
Yep.
this is absolutely not only disappointing, actually scary siya. That just tells you how vulnerable the Philippines is to infiltration, to cooptation, and mga other things. Although wala tayong sinasabi. As I said, baka goodwill lang yan. Chinese New Year, they want to be just on the good side. Nag-raffle sila. Sinong Chinese dyan ang gusto natin bigyan ng citizen? Oh, we have a winner. So, I don't know, bro. But I want to go back to this. Ikaw, what is your sense on this? What should the Chinoy community do as more and more people of Chinese descent or even people part of the Chinoy community or yung asawa nila Chinoy among others ay nabubuking na talagang red-handed? what do you think should be the proper approach and discourse of the government and us in the civil society and ordinary folks caring about national security?
So first of all, I mean, I'm trying to understand Teresita Angsi being the parang spokesperson for the Chinoy community, right? Na, but here's my take on this. For me, I think before you defend your tribe or who you feel is a part of your tribe, defend the country first. Country first, then tribe next. Nakakalimutan ng ating mga kababayan to na before you defend kung sinong tribo ka, kung sa Duterte ka o sa kay Marcos ka or pink ka o dilawan ka, unang-una Pilipino tayong lahat. Yun ang if I were to try to give advice to Miss Teresita Angsi, that's the advice I would give. Before you defend this Chinoy, tignan mo muna kung talaga may ginagawang kalokohan. Kasi, of course, pag humarap yan sa'yo, mabait yan. Siguro kakilala mo yan. And you think, oh, walang ginagawang masama ito mo, mabait na tao to. Alam mo, kahit sinong kriminal iharap sa'yo, mabait lahat yan. Hindi ibig sabihin mabuti yung ginagawa nila. Marami tayong kilalang mga corrupt na
Actually, mas
politician na
mabait po yung mga
paningin eh.
kriminal. Mas mabait sila for the reasons we know.
Oo. Absolutely. You know how many times I hear that? I'd say si ganun. I know na may isa akong kilala na parang dubious character sabi ng kaibigan ko. Nakilala ko siya, mabait naman siya. Hindi naman yun yung punto natin. Lahat mabait. Ano kala mo, mumurahin ka niya dahil hindi naman ganun ng mga tao, di ba?
Ay, 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 bro. Are you worried that this could get out of control as more and more spies, unfortunately, of Chinese descent or even Chinoy connection get caught? That this could spiral into something more troubling and affect the social fabric of our society. Are you worried about that?
Mainland Chinese. Pero I think there are a lot of Shinoys like myself that don't agree with that. As a matter of fact, even in my batch, na maraming mga Chinoys doon, don't agree with what's happening right now, and they don't like it because it gives a bad name to us. 'Di ba? And we're very different from mainland Chinese. Very different. Very different yung kultura, ibang-iba yung pananaw at ibang-iba talaga. Walang night and day na nga yan in that sense. Kaya that's why sana talaga maging mas circumspect tayo when we come to defending certain personalities. At itong guy na to na nahuli nila was caught red-handed in the act of actually installing some sort of a surveillance equipment that's a high-tech equipment that you just don't buy in a True Value or a hardware store or in a gadget store, di
Yan
ba?
Temo, hindi yan Temo.
Oo, di
Shopee.
ba? Kaya talagang kaduda-duda yun eh. So for me, tapos sabihin pa ng China na, sabihin pa ng China agad na, let's not make an issue out of this is not a spy, blah, blah. Of course, China is gonna say that's not a spy. What do you think? They're gonna come out and say, oh yeah, that's a spy. Congratulations, guys. Balik na nyo sa amin. Of course, they're not gonna say that, right? What idiotic government would admit that? Pero, yun, I'm curious, Richard, do you think ba that people that support Duterte are supportive of these actions by our government to go after these Chinese spies, or do you think they're mad at the government for doing that? What do you think? Are we divided on this issue, Filipinos, or at least nagkakaisa ba tayo na we all agree na this cannot happen?
Well, actually, a few years ago, I wrote something about five types of DDS, right? Like some of them are just technocrats ng kisagay. Some of them are just opportunists. Some of them who had good hopes and good intentions kaya bumoto kay Duterte. Some of them involved sa Duterte death squad. And then some of them are from Davao and know them, family and all. So, first of all, hindi monolithic yung Duterte-based. Second, we have an evidence to show, for instance, sa SWS survey a few years ago na ang layo ng views ng mga kapatid natin sa Mindanao on the China issue than the rest of us. I'm sure there are many reasons, including yung history of Mindanao, including, yung US history of military interventions in Mindanao, the wars in Mindanao, and the fact that China really reaches out to local government units. In fact, one of our biggest worry is pag hindi makakapasok ang China at the national level, they go to small towns and LGUs and sister cities.
Mm.
Mambo jumbo things happen, 'di ba? Next thing you know, biglang may radar, may surveillance, may ganyan. Minsan malapit pa sa mga military bases. Oh, minsan nasa Davao biglang yung mga. So, I think that's the kind of big picture we have to look at. That first of all, there's a kind of a divide between Mindanao and the rest of the country on the China question and the West Philippines. For instance, there was a question sa SWS in 2022. Sa tingin nyo ba sapat yung ginagawa ng gobyerno pagdating sa pagdepensa ng ating karapatan sa West Philippine Sea? So sobrang critical ang Luzon, Visayas, biglang Mindanao, na wala problema, lahat okay. Sa tingin nyo ba ang anong mga approval rating ng mga bansa, purong negative China, Luzon, biglang sa Mindanao ang taas ng China. So first of all, you have to accept that. But having said that, bro, I think marami sa mga Duterte supporters, including sa mga kapatid natin na nandito sa Manila, people from Vismin background na hindi na nasa Mindanao, nandito na medyo exposed to realities and all. I think there are a lot of them, more than enough of them, who can see the truth. Kaya nga important naman is we distinguish our criticism of Duterte from his supporters, because his supporters are not monolithic. And minsan, I directly reach out to some of the Duterte supporters and sabi ko, oo, naintindihan ko na gusto niya si Digong for X, Y, and Z. Pero sana naman, wag na natin depensahan all the way kahit yung mga mali sa pagdating sa West Philippine Sea. So I think that's the best really we can do. If we can get 50% of the DDS base to align more with us on the West Philippine Sea issue, then we're doing fine. And if you look at the surveys, close to 9 out of 10 Filipinos want us to take a tougher stance on West Philippine Sea, and only around 3 to 5% ay full-on pro-China or friendly to China. So actually, as we speak, karamihan ng mga supporters ni Digong ay actually mas malapit sa atin sa pag-intindi ng issue sa West Philippine Sea kaysa kay Digong. But having said that, it's not like the Dutertes will not try to make themselves look like a victim or make China look like a victim. But last na lang to, ang funny lang kasi dito, nakakatawa lang kasi dito is, biglang iba na yung inip ng hangin nung nanalo si Trump. Parang biglang umaasa ang mga DDS na ililigtas ni Trump si Digong because they have a
Ah,
weird narrative about BBM, Biden, woke, and all of
right.
that. When it's like, hello, like Imelda, like all-time friend of Trump, and like Trump cares about you if you're not in power. Who you, di ba? But ngayon medyo hirap sila kasi yung narrative naguluhan dahil kay Trump. Because Trump is suddenly pro-China or sounds friendly to China or something like that. So good luck na lang sa kanila how to put this together. So I'm not very worried actually to get vast majority of our kababayan on our side on this issue. I'm more worried about our senators. Are they doing their job? Our
Ah,
congressmen.
right.
So I think it's more like translating that grassroots nationalism, patriotism into policy making maturity and all. Yun pong actually. So actually, I'm very confident about the Filipino people. Mas worry ko yung mga politiko natin.
Ah, okay, yeah. Then there you go. I'm glad to hear that because that was concerning to me kung divided ba ang mga Filipinos when it comes to the issue of the Chinese
Divide is like
invasion.
3% versus 87%. Like if that's divide to you, I don't know what's
Ah, okay,
Sobrang
okay,
layo,
okay.
sobrang layo. It's not even close. But we shouldn't be complacent, right? But what we shouldn't complacent. And that's why we're having this fantastic discussion. Brother, thank you so much again for this fantastic conversation. You deliver always as good as I expected, especially dun sa mga methodical breakdown of mga latest mga pogo kingpins, right? You know all of them and you know the names, you have the charts. So please take care of yourself, kayo ni Risa. And maybe you and Risa should have a podcast together. And it's like,
Ah,
oh, talking about, yeah, you should do more. You have to reach out more to Risa. I think you will have interesting conversation with her. I think she would appreciate also your interventions as you're doing. So salamat, brother, for sharing your fantastic views and your time with us.
great. Thank you so much, Richard. And I always appreciate our conversations. And I hope marami natutunan natin mga viewers sa ating mga usapan ngayong gabi. And let's do this again soon. And there's going to be a lot of topics to talk about
Oh,
where
next
we
week
can
more
improve
elections
our
na.
learnings.
Oo, next week more your campaign, your elections, and let's do in person also. So I'm trying to just do more and more in person. So let's do also something more in person, either studio or maybe maghanap tayong tambayan dyan with Ronald and the rest of the gang. So brother, I'm sure people are more than excited to hear more about you and your own fantastic pre-election campaign kasi hindi pa official, right? And your great plans for the country. Mabuhay ka, isa kang bayani Mahal na mahal ka namin, brother, and continue to inspire good governance and patriotism among us, the Filipino people. God bless and have a lovely weekend and happy Chinese New Year, brother.
Take care. All right, sige. Goodbye, everyone.